Okay, we're back. We're now about to enter the National Forest Access Road. We're cruising by Twin Falls Middle School. You can see a beautiful view of Mount Si over there. Randy, is that Mount Si? I believe it is.
I think so, although it may be something a little farther over.
No, that's Mount Si. Mount Si is right there, and then the Twin is over on the right. But you can see we're going to be leaving this residential area, some light commercial companies up here, and now from this point on it starts to get very you're basically going into the wilderness. We're about 4 miles now outside of North Bend. So Randy, we're also headed up, I read in your article, into was it the Alpine Wilderness area?
Alpine Lakes Wilderness?
Wilderness, correct.
Yes, we're actually going to get there. We won't get there in the car, and we won't get there in a bike, but on the last part when we hike, we will get there.
Right, so the first part of today, we're going to be biking about, did you say it's about 5 miles?
It's about 6 miles on the trail, and we may pick up an extra half mile to a mile on the road so we can get good parking.
Okay, so we're on this road. This goes up for 12 miles, correct?
Yeah, 12 miles to where we're going to park.
Where we park, and then we bike for how far?
Oh, about 6 to 7 miles.
Okay, then we're going to stash our bikes and lock them in the bushes somewhere, right? Which is pretty common, right?
Yes.
And then we're going to get off and hike because you can't ride the bike on the trail we're headed.
First of all, you wouldn't want to bike, you wouldn't want to, you couldn't, and they're not allowed, bikes aren't allowed in Alpine Lakes Wilderness.
Right, so Alpine Lakes Wilderness is a pretty famous area, at least inside the Seattle hiking community. Can you tell us a little bit about what makes it so special?
Well, it's pretty much as its name describes it. It's the Alpine Lakes Wilderness, and you're kind of up in high country with, beautiful green meadows, gushing waterfalls, peaks, a lot of them still with snow on them, and it's wide open. It's like, and there's a lot of lakes that look very much like you're in the Alps. Mm-hmm. And we're going to see one today called Snoqualmie Lake.
So what's the elevation when we get up into the Alpine Lakes area?
Well, Alpine Lakes is a huge area. We're only going to touch one small part of it, but we'll be about 3,200 feet when we get to Snoqualmie Lake.
Okay, and North Bend's at what, 600?
Something like that, 600 or 800. Mm-hmm. And we're going to start off somewhere around, I think, 12 or 1,300 at the trailhead.
Okay. All right, well, when we get to the campground, which is at, what's the name of the campground we're going to, where we're going to park?
Well, we're actually going to park at the Middle Fork Trailhead.
The Middle Fork Trailhead, okay.
There's a Middle Fork campground, but we're not parking there. But we'll pass it.
Okay, so when we get to the parking area, we will start another segment. We'll get into the bikes and start off up the trail.